Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. And today we've got the Sunday New York Times crossword posted on Sunday the 30th of November 2025. The constructor is Natan Last. The editor is Will Shorts and the title is Hog Wild. I can see some circles in the grid. We'll have to figure out how the circles relate to the title, which is Hog Wild, and I'll try and remember that. All right, let's see what we have here. Some more circles in the grid emerge. One across, post-vacation pile. You might come home to a pile of mail while you were gone. 12 down, or 12 across, sorry, is blank guisado, Caribbean stew. Don't know. 17 across, puzzle type that was the Oxford Dictionary's 2005 UK Word of the Year. 2005 was around when Sudoku was coming to its prime. That might work. 12 across, blank guisado. It could be pollo guisado, stewed chicken. Self-effacing for one down. Let's try modest for that. I modestly guess. 2 down, oodles, a lot. Pollo is looking likely. 3 down, strain. Strain in the sense of type or category. The persons of that ilk or people of that strain. I think that works. We'll put in pollo guisado, stewed chicken for 12 across. 4 down is baseballs that are hard to hit, but then caught in lingo. Hard hit. Sorry, I said hard to hit. Baseballs that are hard hit and then caught in lingo. Not sure. 21 across is actress Zosia of Girls. Don't know that. 27 across, mountains where St. Bernards were originally bred. I think of St. Bernards climbing around in the Alps with that little barrel of brandy under their chin. 33 across, spiral-shelled mollusk. Some kind of snail, maybe. 38 across, make some calls. To ref or ump. To make some calls in a sporting event. 43 across, dealer's manager. No, 21 down is quit whining, dude. And I think this will be a U or an R. Quit whining, dude. Nope. Italian sub-ingredient for 17 down. That could be a salami, part of a salami submarine sandwich in an Italian deli. 12 down, first Eurodance hit in the U.S. 1989. There's something about a puppet. Puppet looks like it's the beginning. Let's try ump for make some calls. Then we have that M in the middle. 43 across, dealer's manager. A dealer, a card dealer in a casino would be supervised by the pit boss, I think, if I remember the film Casino. Man up. Be a man, quit whining, dude. Be man it or pump up the jam. Just, if I start with pump up the jam comes to mind. And I have jam in the circled letters. And hog wild was the title of the puzzle. How could jam relate to hogs or going wild? I don't know. So, nautilus is a spiral-shelled mollusk. It's like a squid inside a shell. Yeah, okay. You can't make me. I won't. For 34 down. 28 down. 2022 sequel to Knives Out. I didn't see these films. I think there's a new one out right now. But The Glass Onion with Daniel Craig as Benoit something, plays a detective. W on a light bulb stands for the wattage of the bulb in question. Loud outs. I listen to a lot of baseball on the radio. I've never heard of a loud out. But yeah, the crowd goes wild because they think it's a home run and then it was caught. But that could be a loud out. Goa is a former Portuguese colony on the Malabar coast. 23 down, malt drying kin is an oast. And 22 across, zip it. Don't talk or something like that. 5 across, Brooklyn Brewery's special effects. In brief. That could be a kind of IPA, maybe. 13 across is vapid. Inane might fit there. 13 down, ending with mammal or Mendel. I think Ian, mammalian or Mendelian would be the way to make an adjective out of those words. And that fits with inane for vapid. 14 down, good quality for an artist. An artist would have to have a good eye. Metallurgist's evaluation is an assay. To test the quality of an ore is called an assay. Zip it. Don't speak. Yeah. That's a song, isn't it? Don't speak. Don't know the rest of it. Let's try an IPA for what Brooklyn Brewery's special effects might be. Bottlefuls for a summer look, perhaps. Some kind of instant tanning product. Instant something. Skirt responsibility is to pass the buck. Okay, so we've got jam in these circles. We've got buck here. We've got onion. Jam, onion, and buck. What do they have in common with each other and with the phrase hog wild? Nope, 62 across. Locale for drones, the sky. 55 across. Ancient drinker of the fermented beverage chicha. Ancient drinker. I was going to say Incas, but it's singular, so maybe it's an Incan. That sounds like either an Aztec or a Maya or an Incan beverage, doesn't it? So let's try that. Summa cum blank. Summa cum laude. With praise, a way to graduate. With honors, 45 across in Czech. Comedian Wong, for 45 down, is Ali Wong. Okay, bottlefulls, it's plural. Instant tans. Something is at Czech, it is at bay, in Czech, or at bay. And 7 down, proverbial cure-all. An apple a day keeps the doctor away is the phrase. Okay, so chemical essential to cellular metabolism is ATP for 29 across. Okay, I'll accept that. Organization for penguins and ducks, both hockey teams that play in the NHL. And three-way intersection is a T-shaped intersection. 46 down, cash on the Ginza. That's in Japan, so I think yen fits there. All right, that is that section done. I'm just thinking in the back of my mind here, we've got buck, onion, and jam. And I don't know how they're related to the theme. 8 across, historical Dutch settler. Not sure about that. 15 across, campaign manager with a question mark. 19 across is butterflies, so to speak. Nerves might fit. 30 across, blank feed, newsreader. Oh, is that your RSS feed? Is that what they call that when you get news in your inbox? Basketball attempt that uses the backboard. A hook shot. That's a kind of basketball shot. Let's try that. 9 down, Martin Espadas, blank to the soccer ball sailing over a barbed wire fence. Not familiar with that title, but it might be an ode. Sounds like the title of a poem, an ode. 10 down, leaves the straight and narrow. Strays or airs. Airs is a good 3-letter word for that. And, okay, so the Boers were the Dutch settlers in South Africa. Let's try bank shot. We're using the backboard. We're banking it off the backboard. Campaign manager could be an ad rep who manages your ad campaign. Nerves for butterflies. That confirms that guess. Exposed for 11 down is to reveal. Will I ever find the light in her eyes that no other eyes reveal? Or will I pass her by and never even know that she is my ideal? All right, so that didn't help. Can't figure out these. 16 down with 87 down. Idiom, about wasting one's efforts, as seen in 4 columns in this puzzle. An idiom about wasting one's efforts. Pearls before swine is an idiom. Pearl jam, pearl onion, pearl buck, the author. So all of these are words that could go with pearl, and the pearls before swine explains why Hog Wild is the title. It's from the Bible. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't discuss precious things with people who can't appreciate them, I think is kind of the metaphorical sense. Okay, so 25 across, accommodates is seats, like this car accommodates or seats so many people. Diamonds can sometimes be found in them. Don't know. 32 across, blank sea, the Kazakh-Uzbek body of water, probably the Aral Sea. John who painted backyards, Greenwich Village. Backyards. I don't know why I can't say that. Backyards, Greenwich Village. John blank. A painter named John, I don't know. 36 across, enough already. That's all, or that'll do. That'll do, pig. We get another pig-related clue here. This is with pearls before swine. That's nice. 42 across, singer with the 2014 #1 album, 1000 Forms of Fear. Don't know that. 41 across is a coin collector with a question mark. 24 down is, oh, had I but followed the blank. The arts? Don't know what that quote means from Twelfth Night. Maybe I should have gone into the arts. I don't know. Refuge is a safe haven. Pearl Haven, that doesn't ring a bell. 37 down, arm of the police department. And a coin collector, a sofa. Coins gather in the seat cushions of a sofa. A safe. Refuge. But it needs to be a word that goes with pearl. Pearl Haven doesn't ring a bell for me. Nuclear Restraint Pact for 47 across could be a test ban treaty. Stadia is the plural of stadium, where you might find baseball diamonds, I guess. John Sloan. Sia is a singer. Yeah, okay, so let's try Sloan there. 51 across. Hold this. Here. 56 across. Taxes levied during trade wars are tariffs. 64 across. Matador's opponent is the bull, the toro. 68 across. Beat badly. No, what about 57 down? Act the worry word could be to fret. Blank fountain could be a soda fountain. When are you getting in? Could be a request for an ETA, estimated time of arrival. So that works. 48 down, overdone is trite. 63 across, preposition that can be represented by a number. 4 can be represented by the number 4. Safe harbor, Pearl Harbor. Yeah, it's not haven, but harbor. Yeah, that works. Pearl Harbor is a common phrase, the name of a place in Hawaii. And safe harbor is a refuge. Beat badly. Clobbered. Knighthood, for one, is an honor. I feel like we should spell it the British way. 56 down, animated character is a tune. Michelle Obama or Jill Biden in brief could be a FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States. This is how they're kind of referred to in DC Insider shorthand. 68 down, yes, blank. Phrase popularized by the restaurant drama The Bear. Yes, chef, I think. 79 across, awesome. Let's try rad for that. Young miscreant for 69 down is a brat. And dictatorial figure. Not sure. Let's pop over to this side of the puzzle and catch up on this half. 49 across, Blank Kostorp, protagonist of Thomas Mann's The Magic Mountain. Haven't read that, but Hans would be a name for a German writing author. 52 across, college voter, one who votes in the electoral college is an elector. I think that's what that is. Chop House. Not sure. 65 across, gay rights activist Marsha P. Johnson for 1. Don't know that. 70 across, energy. That could be Vim. Maybe. 52 down, 1999 Ron Howard film about a reality show. That was with Matthew McConaughey, Ed TV. I think it came out around the same time as Truman Show. The Truman Show kind of took all the attention away from it. Actress Petty of A League of Their Own. Lori Petty? Not sure. A dojo is where you study karate or martial arts, learn how to do a karate chop. So dojo could be a chop house with a question mark. Gay rights activist. I'll try Vim here, and I'm going to guess Lori Petty. That kind of rings a bell. Essayist Francis or Francis Bacon. Indistinct speech. Could be a slur. 54 down, anti-mob law acronym is the RICO, the law that you use to prosecute criminal organizations. Cancer Research Agency is the National Institutes of Health. Sauce served with Peking duck. I think that's hoisin sauce. Sarge's boss. Lieutenant could be abbreviated to Louis in military slang, I guess. So I like slur. I'm slurring my words. I'm speaking indistinctly. A trans icon. Okay, that's what that is. I was trying to make transit cop fit in there. Okay, it's a gas. Neon is a gas. 75 across. Aw, so sweet. She's so sweet. Once again I do repeat. Tell you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Mantou or bao in Chinese cuisine. I know bao is a kind of bun, so I think bun fits there. Not familiar with mantou. Lethargy could be torpor or something like that. 90 across, bok blank, bok choy. 96 across, Lenape people, from whom a New Jersey river gets its name. Don't know that. 102 across, annoying. Nope. 105 across, utter chaos. 81 down, open weave fabric. Don't know. 82 down, New York school poet Frank. The poet of the New York school. 83 down, that's all, folks. Speaker is Porky Pig. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love that's burning bright to warm the winter night. That's all, that's all. That's not the way Porky says it, but that's the version I prefer, the Mel Torme version. 105 across, utter chaos. I don't know, I think Bo Peep was, no. There was a pig, wasn't there? I was going to think this was Bo Peep. But there was a piggy bank. I think his name was Ham, maybe. That could be wrong. Deary could be Hun. 84 down, first rate, A1 is a common crossword answer for that kind of clue. Like some charm. And lethargy. I learned from another crossword there was an Arakan River in the New Jersey area. Maybe that's what it is. Turf blank for football. Oh, that's turf toe. No, it's not Arakan. It's Raritan. Raritan. Yes, I think that's right. Like some charm. This could be a Y for bok choy. Annoying. Irksome. Fits for annoying. Boyish charm for 74 down. Mayhem for utter chaos. Frank O'Hara, maybe. Open weave fabric. Scrim is some kind of fabric related word. And sopor. I don't think I know that word, but soporific means it puts me to sleep. Something is soporific. So I guess sopor is the noun that comes from. I think that works. 84 Crest, Grammy-winning Paramore hit of 2014. Don't know. 92 across, co-star of 2025's Kiss of the Spider-Woman to fans. 2025. Okay. I got familiar with the Raul Julia version, but that's from years ago. I don't know who's in the remake. 98 across, Egypt-Sudan border region. I think that's kind of where the Aswan Dam is. 103 across, in the majority. No, and 106 across, 1994 co-Nobelist Shimon Peres. I think got the Peace Prize along with Sadat or somebody. Patron of lost causes is St. Jude. 77 now, literary runt of the litter. And why is this one in italics? Literary runt of the litter. Blank, le blanc du Nord, l'étoile du Nord, the star of the North, could be the Minnesota motto. Ain't it fun? Sounds like it could be a song title. Maybe J-Lo was in Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Okay. In the majority. Part of a daycare schedule could be a nap for 98 down. Is this Wilbur the Pig from Charlotte's Web? I think that fits. I guess maybe he was the runt of the litter, and that's why the spider had to encourage him. Nubia, I think, works for the Egypt-Sudan border region, and these are @ signs. And in the majority, if you are of majority age, you're no longer a minor. You are in the majority. You are an adult. Breakdown in tears is sob for 93 across, 85 down, flare up. A Nova, maybe. 94 down, Farmer Hoggett's entrant in a sheep herding. Okay. Okay, so it's on purpose that we have Porky Pig here. So we've got Pearl Jam. Jam is the second half of that name. Pearl Jam, the name of the band. And we're putting Pearl Jam before Porky Pig. So pearls before swine. Here we've got Pearl Onion before ham. It is the pig, the piggy bank. Pearl Buck before Wilbur the Pig from Charlotte's Web. Pearl Harbor goes before Farmer Hoggett's entrant in a sheep herding contest. Okay, I think that's Babe the Pig that I referenced with the That'll Do Pig. Quote, flare up, noodling in a jazz tune. Variation, core sculpting belt. Don't know. 101 down. Initials at Grand Central Terminal. Nope. Dictatorial figure. Actress Thompson of Sorry to Bother You. That's Tessa Thompson, I think. Aquiline is to eagle as Cygnine is to. Aquiline describes eagles. Cygnus is the Latin or Greek word for swan, so Cygnine would be a swan-like creature. Noodling in a jazz tune. Core sculpting belt. And greasy spoon is an eatery. About to explode, angry. 88 down, more prudent. Saner, I think. Fits. I like an ing ending for the noodling. Dictatorial figure is a despot. Abtoner, is that a thing? I don't know that. And then the Metropolitan Transit Authority might be seen at Grand Central Terminal, vamping for noodling in a jazz tune, Nova for flare up, and V finishes the puzzle. There we go, 25 minutes, so not too hard. The theme kind of revealed itself in stages. I got jam, onion, and buck and couldn't figure out what was going on. Where did we get? I think we got pearls before swine right here. That told me that helped me figure out how the theme answers were connected. Pearls before swine, but it still didn't quite click that that would have names of or words related to pork or pigs underneath them. Yeah, so a good puzzle. I like it when the theme isn't, immediately obvious, and it helps if it's in a couple stages. So I probably should have picked up sooner that we would have swine-related words at the end of each themed answer, but it's a nice little surprise once I figured it out. I had actually put in Porky and Ham. It wasn't until I think Wilbur here, or maybe even Babe, when I figured out what was going on there. Some other clever clues or kind of unusual words. Sopor is an unusual word. Raritan, something I wouldn't have known if I hadn't seen it in another crossword puzzle recently. What else? Boer, I had something wrong there. I put in hook shot instead of bank shot, but bank shot makes sense with that reference to using the backboard. All right, so I enjoyed that puzzle quite a bit. Please let me know in the comments how you did, and please come back for more puzzles and games. I'll see you next time.